some football. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks, and it comes your way next.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Seattle.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Geno.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Geno now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Hamler now on the return.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start the drive with Cook.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Allen now on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Allen now looks to throw.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And Knox is going to have a Bills 1st down as he's down at the 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Cook up the gut. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Geno.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now Geno on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Smith throwing again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
2nd and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now on fourth down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo.
Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Smith has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here.
Here's 2nd and 3.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Smith.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Back to Walker on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd and 5. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen. Flush to his right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the interception, here's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Smith. And that's going to be caught downfield by Finn. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker, fighting through. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Allen's throw complete to Shakir. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to middle with Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5.
Allen now on the option right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Well, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Still shedding tackles. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the bar. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Davis will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 1st and 10, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now Smith. It's complete to Lockett.
And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Smith. And Walker has it. Now the Seahawks called a second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Smith. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Returning it, here's Hamler. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Samuel. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
throw is complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Allen. Touchdown, Bills! Curtis Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On the counter, it's Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. They'll try the air now with Smith. He'll find Metcalf. Powerful running. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 3.
Allen going to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
And Knox is going to have the Bills 1st down as he gets this up past the 40.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he will find his man Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 5-yard line.
Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Samuel bringing in the slant. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Smith. And this throw incomplete. Have a defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Straight ahead, Walker. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 65 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. It'll be a gain of 5, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Allen off the bootleg. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Geno now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno.
Their coach is driving a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at the 43. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Allen now looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 72 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They run the counter with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep their shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, run through the post, and this thing could be over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Smith on 3rd down.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fielded at the 20. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Here's 1st and 10. Allen. That's complete. It's Cook.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Allen.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Here's 1st down. Throwing, Allen.
Cook up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Allen.
Coleman has it here right side. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. Here's Allen.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Bass is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Geno and the Seahawks down 31-28. A little over 20 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Walker.
Number 9, Kenneth Walker, the ball carrier.
And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on. Decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. First throw of overtime for Allen. This is Coleman with the ground. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. To throw, it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run it. Here's Cole. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throwing on first down is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Again, this is Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First throw here in overtime for Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams
do this. They've got it 1st and goal from the 5. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh.